campaign that surprised a lot of people. People are taking it with them, especially national tourists, because it is expensive. And then it ended up on the other side of Spain. Even mattresses have been stolen. Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. Welcome back to the latest Benidorm news update. We are happy to be with you all here, and as you might know, there's a lot going on in Spain as usual. There's a lot going on in Benidorm and around it. And we are here to let you know the latest, most important news. One of them happened just a couple of hours ago, so I'm really happy that we've waited a tiniest bit to publish this news update, because if not, you wouldn't be able to see it up until next Monday. Let's start, shall we? As you all know, it's almost over. The calendar summer is almost over. I cannot believe that that is it. Calendar summer is almost officially over. This weekend, the day after tomorrow, it's gonna be 1st of September. Calendar autumn is here. Time just flies, and this year summer just passed by really fast, and we didn't have so many heat waves. We didn't have so many difficult alerts in terms of weather. We didn't have so many storms. We've had just one maybe, and we've had some strange weather these days, but apart from that, temperatures were really nice and welcoming for all locals and tourists obviously as well. All these following weeks will have a slight relax before celebrations will start kicking in back again. There are celebrations around Benidorm, don't worry about it. There will be local celebrations, different cities and villages celebrations, so make sure you check it out depending on the area you are visiting. In Benidorm, starting from September, for example, 13th and 14th of September, there's going to be the micro theater. The Benidorm's museum is open. The local crafts markets in the old town, for example, or the Dove Park will still be there. And we're preparing for new celebrations this year, 2024, the end of it, because once summer goes away, a lot of different fiestas will be waiting for us almost non-stop. So be ready. Hope you're prepared for interesting videos from different types of celebrations of Benidorm and around it. Also, a lot of people are coming still these days to Benidorm. A lot of people are using mobility scooters. People are using electric scooters. People are using a lot of mobility devices during their holidays. And sometimes you think, oh, how comfortable it is. Maybe I should bring it back with me from holidays. What if I just take it home with me? Obviously, for those who fly with an airplane, it is not an option. But for those who come with a vehicle and travel with a car, this is a thought that came to mind of Spanish tourists from North Spain. A father and a son, they supposedly have seen an electric scooter somewhere on the road, just dumped out there, not working apparently, and they just took it with them. And they brought the scooter to La Rioja, which is like 9 hours drive from here. It's like the other side of Spain. And the owner of this company, which is Happy, these are these green mobility scooters that you've seen everywhere here in the area, I'm quite sure. They have GPS devices that are tracking where this scooter is, because people are leaving them everywhere, so to collect it, they track the GPS system. And they were so shocked when they've seen that their electric scooter was on the national road, then it was on a highway, and then it ended up on the other side of Spain. Obviously, they've called the police. They went to put a file for it, and the national police of La Rioja actually arrested this father and the son, and they have a fine of quite a lot of money. These scooters, each one of them is worth around 2,500 euros, so quite a big sum of robbery. Probably they won't do that back again. Obviously, all these devices, they do have trackers. No company would put something on rent without being able to track where the devices are or block them, whatever it is. But don't do things like these, because obviously the devices will be eventually found. That was a bizarre thing from Spanish tourists here in Benidorm town. The second news that I wanted to share with you all is about a campaign that surprised a lot of people. We could not believe we've seen it in Benidorm, and it happened just a few hours ago. It is absolutely shocking, and at the same time, I'm glad Benidorm is doing it. I'm glad Benidorm is pulling up its voice. It's showing what Benidorm thinks about all anti-tourism situation, about all this tourists go home, about all the protests and all the bad news that were coming from Spain's side towards international tourism. And here you have a picture. This is our mayor of Benidorm town and a couple of colleagues from the town hall responsible for this project. And basically what it states is that Benidorm cares for visitors and leads the campaign against tourismphobia. That is a strong phrase. And what happened basically is that OSBEC, which is Hotels Association here that supports many hotels in Valencian Community. By the way, this campaign is not only Benidorm's one, but it's also for the whole entire Valencian Community. But it's just that the sign was put in Benidorm on the Levante beach, one of the most famous of the whole entire Valencian Community, with a very nice slogan, I am also a tourist. The OSBEC Hotels Association plus the Valencian Community, the entire one, are basically showing the world, Spain and outside Spain, that everyone can be tourist once in a while, that once in a while even locals who live in Benidorm are going outside, and that is when they become tourists as well, and they want to be respected. They want to be able to enjoy their holidays. They want to be able to go visit places without people screaming with flags, with protests in their faces, because they're also leaving their money for this region. It is a very nice promotion that I do think will serve to show that at least in our region we do want tourism, and especially emphasizing that we want sustainable tourism, we want quality tourism. All people who are coming here to enjoy, to have fun, but respecting the boundaries, the norms, the rules that are in this particular area. Really things that no one should be doing in public or causing a lot of issues. Things like these, no country wants them. Not even country where the tourists are coming from want these things. Like every single country wants to have sustainable and quality tourism and wants to offer it to everyone who are choosing this area for their holidays. So I definitely feel that this campaign is very, very well made in this sense. It's showing that Benidorm is not against it. It is giving the opportunity for locals to think about it, and for locals and tourists to try and coexist in harmony of a kind. Spain in general, we're talking about Valencian Community, okay? I don't know other regions because I did see some harsh comments, for example, from Balearic Islands. I did see quite a lot of them because a lot of people tag and resend things, and just it's all over the place. So I do see these things. And it's not always nice because people forget that you are tourists every once in a while. All of us are. And it's important to respect. And it's also important to try and coexist everyone in the best way possible so that everyone could win from it. Don't forget that Spain officially has the percentage of tourism. Better to say it accounts for 16%, almost 1/5 of country's GDP is from tourism. 1/5, maybe even more if you count like businesses that cooperate with tourism. This will be way more than that. It's a motor of our country, so we need to cherish it because it's giving a lot of jobs, it's giving a lot of opportunities to many, many families. Definitely great for Benidorm, being the first ones in Spain who have created this type of campaign. Hopefully people will see and understand that Spain does value tourists, and all tourists who behave, who don't cause trouble, are more than welcome in our country and in our region, especially of Costa Blanca and Benidorm town. The last news that I wanted to share with you all is about curious gifts that tourists are giving themselves once they leave the hotel's room. This is something that's happening more or less every single year towards the end of the peak season. Different hotels give interviews and they share what has happened lately, what are the curiosities that they've seen people to actually steal and take away from the hotel's room. Curious. Maybe we can even share in the comment section which kind of thingies and free gifts do you usually take. Maybe you have a ritual, maybe you take some, you collect some mini bottles of shampoo, like cutesy bottles of shampoo, maybe soaps, maybe I don't know, something else that you are collecting each time that you visit any kind of hotel. Let's confess, what do you take from Benidorm hotels? Obviously that's not just like a punishment, you know, feel free to share. We, for example, whenever we go anywhere to a hotel, if it has free amenities, for example, if I really like the design of a bottle of shampoo or a shower gel or anything, I might take it as a memory from where we were. And we always do collect, or if they give you like a paper card where you put the key inside, we also collect those as memory of where we actually visited, or maybe like a teeny tiny soap or something like that to keep it in the collection of places where we were. And this is the minimum, probably this is the easiest thing that people are taking from the hotels. Obviously hotels do put free amenities or things that they kind of assume you will be wasting during your stay, you will be using them. And many hotels do say feel free to take it. For example, they do put complimentary pens, pencils, maybe like a notepads, small ones, or some pieces of paper, sheets of paper, things like these. Obviously, if you are not planning on using them, you shouldn't be taking them. But if you plan on doing so, if you need them, actually these have been put there for you. It's part of the price of the room that you pay. And if you've used it a tiny bit, it's not going to be used for any other guest. It's going to be thrown away. Someone else will take it. The hotel staff will take it, because obviously you cannot put a used thing for the next guest of the room. So in between strange things that hotel managers have seen here in Benidorm and surrounding region were, for example, a television that was just taken inside of the luggage and brought with people back home. Coffee machines, still some people think that these are complimentary. Obviously, the packets like coffee and tea, to prepare it there is complimentary, but a coffee machine or like a kettle or any other kind of design, maybe a picture on the wall, a lamp, night table, even a mattress. Even mattresses have been stolen from hotel rooms. I don't know how they do it, because obviously when housekeepers will go inside, they will see that these things are missing. How in the world do you think they will not notice that you've stolen a mattress? I don't know, but people still somehow try and do it. Also, obviously, toilet paper. It is so expensive now. Toilet paper, Spanish, whenever they come here on holidays. And I'm telling you this because we have a lot of people who work in housekeeping, and my mom also works in housekeeping. So we have a lot of stories to share. And toilet paper just flies. People are taking it with them, especially national tourists, because it is expensive. And if you've opened a roll already, it's not going to be used. So it's better if they just take it home. This is one of the minor things. Different shampoos, shower gels, all of it also has been taken, and people ask for more and more every single day, even though it's obvious you will not use them every single day. Everything that the hotels give you, like something to brush your hair, like the comb or some shaving kit, maybe like dental kits, even glasses from the bathroom, all of it is gone a lot of the times, which is why many hotels right now, what they do is they only will give you the free like a dental kit or shaving kit if you ask for it on reception. It's not automatically being put. Some hotels still do it, others do not unless you ask it. Even 4-star hotels, you can ask for it on reception. They give you exactly how people there are, and that is it, and you can use it for free, but it's not automatically being placed out there. And a lot of hotels do change shampoos and like shower gel, body cream, whatever things there are in hotels, depends on how fancy it is. They do change it for bigger bottles that you can just press them and you get the amount needed, but you cannot take these bottles away. They are like inside of specific machines that dispense the necessary quantity of it. So you're not able to get like the whole entire bottle for yourself or like small bottles. Some hotels, especially boutique ones, they do put like teeny tiny like baby portions of shampoo and shower gel and body like conditioner or body cream. But a lot of hotels already do this because it actually saves them up way more on these products than if they would be putting like individual units in every single room every single day. So these are some curiosities. Obviously the television, the mattress, and decorations are one of the worst things that we've seen being taken from hotels here in the area. And now let's talk about the weather. The weather has been really strange these days. I need to say it. There was supposed to be the sand, like the kalima coming from Africa once again, which is like an air mass that does have particles of the sand from Africa, from the desert, and usually it's very uncomfortable because it just covers everything up like in dirt, and if it rains afterwards it's just awful. Right now we do not see this kalima anywhere any longer. It's literally gone. Probably it went to the other direction. It did not come here towards Benidorm town, which we're really grateful for. But we've had some clouds all these days, and there are still some clouds here on the horizon, which means that during the day it's not as hot as it used to be. Hot, we're speaking that there is still 32 degrees outside. Okay, don't think that it's cold here, but it's not like 34, 35, or there's no heat waves whatsoever. And since we're hitting September the day after tomorrow, I do feel like we're not going to be getting any kind of major heat waves anymore up until next year, which is kind of promising and positive to all of us who live here and those who don't like the excessive heat as well. So we will have a lot of clouds. We'll have some sunshine too these upcoming days. Some of the days this weekend probably, and next week early we might have some rain here in the area, but as it was yesterday, I think it will only be maybe a couple of drops. Today also in the morning there were a couple of drops, but that's that. It didn't rain almost at all in the region, and people were able to enjoy their holidays even so. The temperatures will stay more or less the same, around between 29 and 32 degrees. The good thing is that in the morning and in the evenings it cools down already slightly more, so you don't need any jackets. Obviously you don't need like cardigans, nothing like this, unless you're a person who's naturally feeling cold all the time. Then you might need a shawl or like a very light, maybe airy cardigan or something with holes in it, natural materials. That might be all right, but it's great because we're able to enjoy now. Now is the time when we are able to spend almost the whole entire day outside, even on the sunshine, exploring, walking around, enjoying your holidays. And it's not excessively hot any longer. This is the golden time to visit Benidorm town and Costa Blanca in general. And the water is still very warm. It's more than 28 degrees to enjoy a lovely swim on one of the beach areas that are here in Costa Blanca. Thank you for accompanying us on today's news update. We hope you enjoyed it. We wish you great holidays, and we'll see you with a new video this weekend. Bye, dears.